Today we'll discuss a new topic like the microservice architecture basics. So we'll cover up a basic and in a new video we'll discuss more depth into that. So microservices, it's a software design approach where applications are built as independent services instead of a monolithic big applications. We'll create small APIs or services. So it's we tell that microservices, and next we'll go for what are the characteristics of those microservices, uh, why we should use microservices, what is the benefits of that. So we'll discuss one by one. First one is it's independent services. So each small service will be independent to others. We'll create small services which are independent. We can create independently, we can deploy independently, and it will serve independently. So if required, we can call another services from one services. So, but it will be independent deployment and independent development. And next one is decentralized data. So for this microservices, it will be the database will be independent also. So data will be decentralized. Instead of saving all those data in one database, we'll create small databases and use it independently. Another one benefits or characteristic is API communications. Like I told, like all are independent services. So those APIs, those services will be communicate among themselves independently, and if required, like one service is there and it is required the functionality of another service, so it will communicate with each other and get the result of that service. Another one is technology diversity. So nowadays, many technologies are there which are suitable for development of various services. So we can use, instead of using one technology, we can use different technologies for different services, and we can use it. All those are compatible with each other. So that is the technology diversities. Suppose we are created one API with one technologies, we can call it from another service or API used with another technologies. So architecture overview is like the flow will be like the client will be there, then it will call API gateway. So we'll discuss in other videos, like one layer will be there. It will be work as a gateway to all those microservices. The client will call that a gateway API, and that gateway API will call to the microservices. Then that microservices will call the individual databases. So what are the advantages of using these microservices instead of monolithic applications? One is scalability. So if we are creating microservices, those scalability will be flexible. Like suppose you need more scalable of one service, then we can increase the scalability. I mean scale that one and increase that, and the other service may be like little low scalable and high scalable. Okay. So faster development. Suppose we are having resources which can work simultaneously, parallelly with different services. So the development will be faster because it will not depend with each other parallelly. Different resources can work on different services, and the development will be faster. Then fault isolation, because of that independent use, so the fault will be uh, isolated from each other. And as we discussed, that will be technology flexibility will be there, so we can use whatever the technology for one service, and we can use another technology for another service. Continuous deployment, so it will be as it will be small services, and the quick development will be there, so we can deploy it continuously. Like we can develop one service and deploy it, then we deploy another one, or simultaneously we can deploy, because the multiple teams are working parallelly, and they can deploy it parallelly. Okay, so what are the challenges we'll face if we use microservices? So little bit complexity will be there, because it's not a one application. So the number of services will be more, the complexity will be more, because the inter service communication will be there. The one API will call another API, so little bit complexity will be there. Distributed system issues. So systems will be different, like we can use multiple systems. So when the data will be also, database will be scattered over various databases. So that will be that may be a challenges, like we should take uh, take care of those things, like we'll be more careful to maintain those systems. Then another challenge will be data consistency, as the multiple database will be there. We have to follow that, like the data should be consistent consistent over the all databases. And the monitoring, so monitoring will be like one application we are monitoring and multiple applications monitoring. It will be little challenges, like many APIs, many services are running simultaneously, so we have to monitor each of them, and that will be challenges. And another one is DevOps overhead. So when we are having more services, more APIs to deploy, so DevOps frequently we are using that deployment. So DevOps overhead will be there, because the pipelines and the DevOps reports, what are the configurations and all, that will be more, because we are creating more APIs and deploying it. So it will be a little overhead. And as we having, we can think like so many challenges. So why will use this architecture, microservice architecture? But the benefits we are getting from that microservice will be more than the challenges. So nowadays, all prefers the microservice architecture. So what are the common technologies we are using here? Like the Dockers we need for containerization, Kubernetes for orchestration, and for Kafka, for event-driven RabbitMQ, for message queue and all those things. Um, we'll use Prometheus, Grafana, Zyger, and many more technologies are there. We can use small technologies, and it will be make the developers' life easier, and the faster communications, and easy access of each APIs, and we'll get a lot more benefits. So when you're going for monolithic and microservices, so which are better? We can compare both of them. So monolithic, as it will be huge and it will be single applications, but multiple services will be in microservices, small microservices, small independent microservices. And as monolithic, all application, all functionality will be in a one single application. So those are tightly coupled. And in microservices, as I told, these are independent. So they are loosely coupled. Suppose one is having some issue, we can fix it in independent way. So it will, as it is loosely coupled, it will no need of whole application will be down or it will not serve for the client. It will be easy. What are the functionalities? Particular functionality is not working, then we can fix it and redeploy it. So when to use microservices? Suppose we have a big, large applications. So definitely if you go for a single application, monolithic application, it will be a huge one. It will be more heavy and performance may be lower. So in that case, we can use microservices. And other scenario like multiple teams are there. We are having multiple teams, so we can like simultaneously or parallelly we can work on multiple functionalities. So we can make each functionality as a service, as a one microservice, and develop it. So it will be useful for multiple teams if they are independent scaling. So as I told earlier, we can scale each services independently. So that will be if you need independent scaling, then we can go for multiple microservices. And suppose we need frequent deployments, then we can go for microservices, because if you go for monolithic applications, then that monolithic whole application frequently will be down, and it will be not good for the availability. So if you need frequent deployments, we can go for microservices. So generally, the standard procedure or standard recommendation is um, we can, if it is a new application or new project, so we can go for a modular monolithic application. If it is a bigger day by day, then we can migrate them to microservices. If not, if it's small application, then we can go for a monolithic application. Thank you. That's the end.